That's
So,
true.
what are some of the other personality similarities?
Personality similarities.
Or temperament. Similarities in temperament.
Well, we're late. Christine and I are late all the time.
I'm not as late anymore.
And-
I've worked on it really hard.
We've worked on it.
This is something I was thinking on my way here as I was 2 to 3 minutes late. My goal is to always be on time.
Yeah,
I love
you
being
try
5 minutes
really
early. I love it.
Yeah.
You know, it just not too early, not too, you know, but I'm constantly late. I don't know why.
So
I hate it.
who's not late again? Any of you?
Well, I was going to say
I-
Anne's probably the least.
Probably the least.
We all are.
We're all
I try really hard, though.
But you kind of
Okay.
wonder how much of that came from our mom and how much of it is something that's just
Right.
in our personalities. But our dad was super early all the time,
Okay.
and we didn't pick that up.
And I was sitting in the car with Dad, waiting. Come on, people, get it together. Get in the car. We're gonna be late. And I mean, he's honking the horn instead of
Now
helping
you're
her get stuff.
Right.
Now I'm picking up more of my mom's or whatever. I got to make sure this is done first. I got to make sure that's done first,
Exactly.
and then we can go. Yeah.
What
Because
about-
my husband's always waiting for me now, and I try
Guys
so
just
hard to
do
not
that.
make a
I
point.
see. I'm not allowed to make my husband be on. Tell him what time it is. We're late. So this is I'm getting more a little lax, I think, in my ways. Yeah, he doesn't have an internal clock. He doesn't know that okay, if you're in Renton, it takes 20 minutes to get to our house, but yet he's always 5 minutes away, wherever he's at. So yeah, so I'm getting a little more relaxed.
I get really anxious when we go off subject or have too long of tangents.
Oh my gosh,
And
me
I get
too.
really anxious. And Anne doesn't seem to.
I
That's
know.
a personality
I'm
trait, I
much
think.
good.
I'm always get back on track.
Yeah, get back on task. Get back on subject. Yeah.
I'm a go with the flow. So if we went off subject, unless it's in a
Always
board meeting.
redirect.
Board meeting, you've got to stay on point. Let's get through one, let's get to the next.
Yeah. See,
But-
like in here, I feel like
Go
we
with
have
the
to,
flow.
we have to stick with personality traits, and we have to be really concise.
That's
and
so
move
funny.
on.
I didn't know you
and
were
I
doing
get
that,
really
'cause I'm
anxious.
totally doing that
I
over
get
now.
really
Me.
anxious
Are
when
you?
you don't.
Yeah, Anne is
No.
not doing it, I can tell.
No,
But you were
she
doing
doesn't
it.
care.
See, I know Loretta, I've known you long enough that I know you
That's a very
probably,
hurtful statement.
you would be thinking
I
that
didn't
way.
mean to hurt your feelings.
Yeah, you and go more with the flow probably.
Oh, for sure.
Right now you're just going
I've
with
always
this.
been like that.
But I didn't know Christine was wanted to focus on my question, but I knew
I
for
do.
sure Loretta would, because I know
Of
Loretta.
course.
She would.
Yeah.
Okay, what about this? What about
That's why I can't work with them. Let's
Yeah.
just go with the flow, people.
No.
No, there's a
go
way
back
to
to
do
that.
it.
what was that?
There's a right way
There's
to
a
do
right
things.
way to do
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Yes,
What
we
about-
have a job right now.
What about going back to that subject of Anne working for Christine? I wanted to ask that question about that, and I forgot. So here's the question. So Anne was working for Christine for 3 years.
Yes.
And you, Anne, were at some point said that you didn't like to work for people,
Yeah.
right? Right?
Correct.
So do you like to be the boss? That's my question. And,
It's difficult. Okay,
and I'd like to ask that question from all of you
I
guys.
think I might like to be the boss. I don't think I'm good at being the boss. Because again, deadline driven, I like people to give me a task. Tell me what you need done. What's the deadline? I kind of need that in my life. So it's really hard to be the boss. So especially if you're starting your own business, it's like, where do I start? What do I have to do today? And that's too much prep work. I'm not into prep work. I'm into what is the task. I am into doing things.
Yeah.
I'm the doer.
Yeah,
Give me the task to be done. I'm there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the hardest thing about being the boss? Is that the hardest thing?
The hardest thing.
I'm talking when it comes to actually interacting with others.
I think it's being told what to do.
But you're the boss.
No.
Oh, if I'm the boss,
Yeah.
what's the
What's
hardest
the
thing? Probably not having somebody tell me what to do.
Right. Isn't it funny?
Not having your okay. Isn't that interesting? So
Yeah.
you would actually like to have someone telling you what to do, but at the same time, a part of you resents it. Is that what I'm hearing?
I think so, completely.
Trust me, it's frustrating being her boss.
I think that's.
It's
Yeah.
hard.
I
yeah.
think that's why I maybe having my own business where there's a partnership where you have an equal person telling me, hey, we need to get this done, we need to get that done, and here are the tasks we have to do. So you have accountability person, maybe. Something like that might work for me.
Okay. What about you, Christine? As far as being a
Okay.
boss,
And I'll just answer this from experience because
Yeah.
I'm a boss.
Yeah.
A reluctant, accidental boss. I don't know how it happened.
Yeah.
But the hardest part about being a boss, or do I like being a boss?
All of it.
I don't think it's my
Business
gift
Mhm.
to be a boss, and I've always said that. I don't think it's my spiritual gift to be a boss. I think the part that's hardest for me, and I've had to work the hardest on, that I've worked on it, is figuring out what to do. It's like, I need a book to tell me. If you gave me a book, I read everything. Like, if I get a new phone, and I get so frustrated now because the new cell phones don't tell you how to do everything. They just
Yeah.
expect you to learn it.
Yeah.
But I used to read the owner's manual. I read the whole owner's manual for my car.
Yeah.
And then if something went wrong, I knew what to
Just
do.
go with
And
the flow.
if I ever had if I had any kind of class or any kind of job, give me the manual and I will do it better than anybody, you know. But I ended up being the boss, and I found there was no manual when I went in the office, and I was very dismayed. And so it was hard for me because I don't like telling people what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the rules of professionalism a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not doing it right
Mm-hmm.
or professionally, I get really frustrated and I feel like I'm a fraud,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So I just feel like these people are going to see that I do not know what I'm doing. So I
Mhm.
better just stay very quiet in the
Mhm.
office.
See, I am so different. Who needs a manual? I am like a man in that respect, or my dad. You know, who needs a manual? Let's just get it together. You know, if we need it later, we've got it there, great. But let's just get it going. Let's just get this sucker together.
But the problem with it is I would tell her, okay, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do this. And she wouldn't write it down.
Mhm.
And I would say,
It's an unnecessary step.
No, because she'll get on to a different task and she'll completely forget. So 3 weeks later, I'm like, where's the so-and-so I asked you to get?
Mm.
And she'd be like, well, I don't recall
Kind of forgot.
if you asked me to get
I
that.
have a thyroid
Yeah.
condition. What can I say? I think I can remember everything, but I can't.
So it really led to the breakup,
What a good
right?
excuse.
I think the garbage
The
can.
ultimate breakup. We had
I had a
a.
thyroid condition.
I told her because she'll use these excuses, and I told her, we're different in the fact that I want to please my boss so much. If I've had bosses, I haven't always been the boss, and I want to please my boss.
Is that true, Anne, that you don't necessarily care to please your boss?
You just think your way's better.
No, I just gotta get the job done. And if
But
that
Chris-
pleases my boss, it pleases my boss.
But Christine is more into pleasing your boss.
Oh, well, I wanted to please my boss, and however the boss wants it to be done, that's how it should be done, and I'm going to do it really good. But and I expect people that I'm bossing to be that type of person, and when they're not, I don't know what to do with them. And I remember telling her, all right, here's how we're going to handle this. You're going to have a notepad. You're either going to carry it with you, or you're going to have one in the office and one at the front desk, but I really don't like that. I'd rather have you have one notepad. And everywhere you go, you carry it. And if I tell you to do a task, you write it down. And she was incensed.
Too cumbersome.
She could not believe that I was
I
asking
can't
her to
fold
carry a
towels
notebook.
and carry a notebook and go answer the phone and carry a notebook.
So I remember we had a meeting where she basically was told that if I wanted her to put on a hot dog costume and stand out on the street and wave at everybody, that she's going to put on a hot dog costume because I'm the boss.
Yeah.
And that didn't go over very well. And shortly thereafter, our relationship professionally ended.
Are you serious?
Because we're sisters first.
Right.
But it was great because even though we had like kind of a personal blow up about it,
Yeah.
she told everyone at work and all the clients, she was so sweet about it. She told everybody, I just want to spend more time with my family and my sister, Christine, and I never have time to spend time with her as a sister.
Oh,
and
sweet.
we're always professional, so I'm going to leave and do a different job. And I was so
Aw.
grateful to her that she was
That's
so
very sweet.
kind, because she could have been like, Christine's a rotten, mean boss, and she
Yeah.
wants me to wear a hot dog costume, and I'm out of here. You
My
know, she was
sister.
really
I could
nice.
never do that. I never do that to her or her business.
Yeah,
Never.
she's really
I
nice.
took too many years out of my life making that business grow. There's
Yeah.
no way I would destroy it with my actions.
Awesome. So let's talk about Loretta.
Being
We're just cringing over here at this
Oh
conversation
gosh,
about
because
me.
you need lists. Because I will
Lists.
forget without a list.
Yeah.
I need lists.
I'm not.
And I
good
know
at
if I
lists.
don't, I'm not
Try to make
delusional enough
lists,
to
and
think that I will remember anything unless I write it down.
I have 10 different
know.
lists, 10 different places, and I don't know where any of them are right now.
So,
I
but
just
how do you feel?
organize them.
How do you feel about having a boss
I don't mind.
or being a boss?
Okay, my ideal situation.
Why don't you tell them the truth, Loretta?
Yeah, no, I don't mind having a boss.
Yeah.
My ideal situation was working for my dad because he was very free. Where he would say, "I need this. I need you to do this, or I need this to get done," and I'd say, "Great, I'm off and running," and he would give me all the freedom in the world to do it the way that I felt necessary to do it. And then when he passed away, I didn't see anybody else filling the boss role, so I said, "I think I can do this. I think I'm going to do this."
You were the only one really
Yeah, who could
that was
take
there
that
that
on?
could do it. Yeah.
And so again, it was kind of an accidental boss thing. I hate it. I
So you don't like being a boss?
absolutely do not enjoy anything about it because it's not like you can just tell people to do something and they do it. They're not
Yeah.
robots. You have to kind of make them do it. And I hate doing that. I hate trying to convince people that this is the right way to do it.
Yeah.
And I hate trying to convince them that, I don't want them to not like me. I
Yeah.
want everybody to like me.
Yeah.
And I can work with my other sister very well. She
Who, Janet.
Janet, yeah, she'll take direction and then she'll also give me good input and we're more equals. I like working
Yeah.
amongst equals where it's all input and you know we can listen to each other and take from each other. But if I'm going to be a boss, I just want to be able to tell people to do it one way, have them do it, and have them still like me. But that's not
Same
reality.
here. Yeah.
How, do you